What's up? This is Gardy with Clear Life Media at Clear Life Combat. I have a guest here in studio at the Clear Life HQ. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We're going to find out everything that they got going on. Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. My name is Johnny Garcia. Fight for Elevate. And I have an upcoming fight November 10th. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to put on another solid performance.
Yeah, so November 10th, I think people can get tickets from you. They can watch on Clear Life, but do you have tickets? Are you selling those to anybody?
Oh, yes, sir. I have a lot of tickets to sell. So anyone get at me through my Instagram or whatever, and I'll be selling tickets. Yes, sir.
So if I had to guess, for your debut, that was your MMA debut last time, right?
Yes, sir.
You sold a lot of tickets because the crowd went absolutely nuts whenever you had a highlight finish, but there was a lot of people there to see you, right?
Yeah, a lot of family and friends. I mean, that's the benefit of having a big family. You know, they always support me in everything I do, and I mean, it was a good turnout. I think I sold 75, somewhere around there, and that wasn't including my my teammates and stuff. Another teammate that was fighting that night, he sold a lot to most of the people at the gym. So, you know, it was a lot of people there, you know, supporting me. I was blown away, honestly.
Yes.
It was crazy.
So your MMA debut, walk me through what happened, and did it go the way you thought it would?
It did not go the way I thought it would, to be honest. I didn't see it stopping that fast. I mean, that was my first ever really competitive combat experience. Like, I've never done any smoker, nothing. That was the first thing. No tournaments, no jiu-jitsu tournaments, nothing. That was the first thing. And man, I remember drilling in the back. I was like, he's a southpaw. So I was doing little setups to, like, you know, get around that lead foot and set something up, and exactly what I was drilling in the back is what I used to knock him out, and it was great. That feeling was insane.
Has there ever been anything that kind of compared to that moment for you so far?
There's been good stuff, but I mean, that's like a different feeling. I mean, you know, your whole family there watching you. You've been telling them about this thing that you want to do for 2-3 years, and then finally you get to do it, and then it goes that. It went perfect, honestly. Like, but I couldn't name something off the top of my head that really matches it. That feeling.
So where do you train at, and how did you even get started?
I train out of GB, Texas, under Professor Dracolino, and I think the idea first came to my head when I was like a junior in high school. I don't know. I just was watching videos, and I just felt like I could do it. Every time we'd be like wrestling my friends and stuff, we'd always do that, you know, horsing around. And I'd catch them in submissions, and I just thought I was pretty good at it. So I was like, man, after baseball, because I was a baseball player, I wanted to do something to stay fit. And, you know, I actually planned on fighting since the beginning. So skipped the trial class, went straight in, signed up, and then trained jiu-jitsu for about a year. And then I started doing Muay Thai, started striking, and then here we are, you know.
So you didn't even take the trial class. You knew what you wanted?
No, I knew I wanted to do it. You know, it was just like, just to get to it. My thought was, I need to know what I'm doing on the ground, because if someone gets me to the ground, I won't know anything. You know, I thought that was like one of the most important bases, I feel like, knowing what you're doing on the ground, know how to get back up, know how to defend submissions. So started there and liked it.
Cool. What do you think about the new facility that y'all have now? It's pretty nice.
Man, it's great. I love the mat space. Love the mat space. I mean, the old place, it was just there at the end with all the people there. It was getting real tight, but you know, I love it. I love it. It's great. Wish we would have a little bit more cage space. We don't have really much cage space, but you know, we make do what we got.
Mm-hmm. Who are you training under, I guess, in the Muay Thai program, and how much have they imparted and been a part of all of this?
So my MMA, the Muay Thai instructor is Juliana Lima, and she's also my MMA coach. Also, my MMA coach is Isai Cabrera. You know, big shouts to them. They help me a lot, teach me so much, and I'm, you know, forever grateful for that.
Yeah.
Also, Professor Juliana, she has a good relationship with Coach Bob from Main Street. So we go over there and get some work in, and it's great. I mean, I love being there too. You know, being in the room with all those people over there is just great. The energy is I mean, unmatched, really. You have everyone there is trying to be a fighter. You know what I mean? It's just great training. I love it.
Yeah. Well, so even at your gym, you talk about Professor Juliana, but she fought in the UFC. You go back and watch her fights at the highest level against, legends and stuff, and it's
ranked. She
cool.
Talks about it all the time. Like when she'll bring up people that she's fought, and I'm like, dang,
she's done it.
She really fought them. I think it was the last card. It was Carla Esparza's last fight. Whoever she was fighting, I forget who it was, but she was like, yeah, I fought both of them, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, it's insane, honestly.
Yeah. And getting different looks, that's awesome. Going over with Crew Bob and Main Street Boxing and Muay Thai. Yeah, you walk in there and you may see there's guys that are in the UFC, professional boxers, like world ranked people.
Yeah,
that are in there as well. And so having that good relationship and getting that cross training is pretty important, huh?
Yeah, I think last night they just had a guy, Del Valle, I think.
Yeah. He
just, on Contender Series, won his UFC contract. I mean, that's the product they're putting out. It's great. I think last time I was in there, I saw, not Shakur Stevenson, what's his name? The dude from Louisiana, the boxer, Regis Prograis.
Mm-hmm.
Prograis. Yeah, he was in there. I mean, that was like crazy. I was like, damn.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, there's Kevin Holland. There's just like you never know who you're going to see in there. And like Olympic champions, like seriously, like, you walk in there. And I like that. I like that gym too, but you go in and it's just like, man, there's no AC. It just feels like hard work in there. That's what it is. But yeah, that's awesome. Shout out Crew Bob. We got Johnny Garcia, Gracie Barra, Texas. You just started. You kind of knew what you wanted, but to get started, now you're going into your second fight. But long term, or even next year, like, what are you wanting to get out of this?
I want to take this as far as God will let me take it. Like, I don't know what that is, but take it one step at a time, I do want to this would be my last fight of the year. I mean, it's November, but hopefully get 3 or 4 more in next year.
Mm-hmm.
Be done by October. My birthday's in October. Hunting season. I love hunting. I mean, great food all the time, with the family, and I just would like to, get 3 or 4 in and then take the rest of the year off. But still working, of course, still trying to get better, but ideally that's what it would look like.
What does your family think about all this, even before that? I could see like them at the fight and them being like, okay, yeah, no, Johnny, let's go. But even before, like, was it always support, or was there any questions, or what did they think about it whenever you introduced the idea?
I mean, I always did it and kind of like hit it. Like, I never really told people I wanted to fight. I told my friends and stuff like, yeah, I want to fight. This is the goal. But like, Mom and Dad, I wasn't telling them like, yeah, the goal is to get in the fight. My dad hates it. Like, he doesn't like it at all. Both of them, they didn't come to the fight. They couldn't watch, Even though my mom, she did end up watching. She bought the pay-per-view, and she was watching at home. But my dad, he can't watch it. He don't like it. But definitely, I feel like the support has grown, After that, they're like, oh, he's for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really taking this serious. But I mean, a lot of family events missed, because training or doing this or doing that. But I'm just glad they finally got to see, like, what I was working towards,
Mm-hmm.
Just one small step, but,
Right. So November 10th, do you know who you're fighting? Know anything about him? And does that matter to you?
Nah, it doesn't really matter. I think it's all about me. You know what I mean? If I come out and do what I'm supposed to do, I mean, I'm an MMA fighter, so I can't be like, oh, this guy's a wrestler. Oh, this guy's a striker. Oh, he's trying to get me to the ground. I feel like I have to be prepared everywhere, and I feel like I am prepared everywhere.
Yeah, I agree with that. You did mention the first guy you knew was a southpaw, which that's important. So to get those looks or something like that, but no, that's awesome.
I really found that out though, like the day before, like I think I was like, stalking his Instagram or something, and I saw he was like, I think he's a southpaw. So I was like, tried it out. But we have southpaws in the gym, so it's not like I'm not seeing people in the southpaw stance or nothing like that. I'm seeing it, but yeah, definitely.
In the guy that you fought in that debut, I mean, he looked good and he had a ton of support, and I think he's a good fighter. But I mean, anything can happen whenever you step in the cage. But that was something else I noticed. I was like, man, this fight is going to be hype because y'all both had a bunch of support, and so hopefully we'll see that opponent that you had back on the elevate. mats and the cage again soon. So yeah, wish him nothing but the best. But
yeah, shout out to him too, because that's why we were so up on the card. I mean, it was both of our debut, and we were right before the title fights, because I mean, we brought people out. I mean, both of us, he did a great job promoting the fight. I did a great job, I feel like, and shouts to him. I wanted to reach out to him and just tell him, like, keep your head up, but I never got around to it. I procrastinate, but definitely, I'm looking forward to see what he does his next time in the octagon.
Yeah. So what do you get into outside of fighting? I know we talked. You like to hunt. You even talk about hunting. Working and stuff. But what you got going on?
Hunting, playing golf, fishing. Love stuff like that. Shooting guns, love it. Mm-hmm. All that stuff. But yeah. Right now, this is perfect time. I should be in a deer stand right now, but
feels good outside, huh? Today.
That's what I'm saying. First little cold front or whatever, the deer gonna be moving, but we got a job to do, and staying focused on that. So
yeah. What about for work? What do you got going on?
For work, I actually work for a sports memorabilia company, Fitterman Sports. They're also my sponsor, so y'all go check them out at everywhere you can. I mean, I've been working for them for a long time. The owner, I've known him for forever, like real good family friends, and he's a great guy. But even his company is just great. I mean, they offer everything you want. I feel like as a sports memorabilia place, I mean, from everything from Andre Johnson to Mike Tyson, I mean, they have it all. I mean, Pete Rose, RIP Pete Rose, they have a lot of his stuff. Old school wrestlers like Undertaker. Custom framing. I mean, they have it all. Honestly, I think it's a great business. And if you have anything that needs to get framed, I would send it over to them. The framing department, the guy in charge of that, Derek Miller, he takes pride in his work, does a great job, and if you send something in, he's going to do a great job at giving you a quality product.
Dude, I want to go to the location now. I would stop in because there used to be a spot at Baybrook.
Yeah,
it was kind of tight in the outside area, but I loved it. And you would see signs like, oh, Dennis Rodman's coming, Hulk Hogan's coming, Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler are coming together. But Mike Tyson just came. I feel like that was a couple weeks ago now. Time's going by quick, but how did that go with Mike Tyson?
Oh, it was crazy, man. The turnout was insane. I believe that was our biggest public signing ever. And it was a lot of people. It was crazy. But, I mean, our team handled it well. I mean, I feel like for the team and how big for the amount of people and how much people we have on our team, I feel like we handled it the best in the business, to be honest.
Right. On that day, if you pulled up Apple Maps or Google Maps, you would see traffic jams up and down Highway 3. People were wondering, like, what's going on over there? Is there an accident? And I realized, I was like, no, Apple's rerouting us. Oh yeah, Mike Tyson is over there doing the signing at Bitterman. That's what's going on.
I was inside, helping direct people and stuff like that, but I would walk outside and I would look around the corner and I would just be blown away by how many people there are. I mean, there's a big building over there, and the line was wrapped and just kept snaking all the way around the back side of the building. And then there was a line on the front side of the building too. Like, it was crazy.
That's cool.
Actually, a cool moment when Mike came in, he was in the back signing some stuff, and there was like a little pause in the action. I think he just wanted a break from signing so much or something. Then my boss was like, "Hey, Johnny, show him your knockout." So that was tight. I got to show Mike Tyson the knockout. That was pretty tight.
Dude, that's actually amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, did you think, like, going into that day, were you hoping like, oh, maybe there will be an opportunity to be able to show?
It was in the back of my head. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. But I mean, I wasn't pushing towards it. I try to, I'm at work. I'm trying to get stuff done. Sure. But when he said it, I was like, oh yeah.
What did he say? What kind of reaction did Mike Tyson have?
He was watching it. He was like, "Oh, play that again." I played it again because it's a short clip. I think it was the clip you posted from Clear Life Media.
The instant replay.
Yeah. And he was just he was like, "Oh, it's an MMA fight," or he called it UFC. He was like, "Oh, it's a UFC fight," and he showed it to him. He's like, "Oh," he was like, "Goodbye." He asked about how many fights I had and stuff like that, and I was like, "Yeah, that's the first one. We got another one coming up." But congratulated me, shook my hand, and it was great. I won't forget it.
I won't forget it either. I just found out Mike Tyson watches Clear Life next to Johnny Garcia and Elevate FC. So, man, shout out Fitterman and you for doing that. That's actually even cool for us. For me, like right now,
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Dang, Mike Tyson saw a Clear Life clip Thanks to Johnny Garcia.
Thanks to you.
Let's
you know, I wouldn't have been. Everybody did their part. You know what I mean?
Man, that's awesome. Okay, so November 10th, what do you have in store? How do you see that fight going? What's your hope?
My goal is to finish him, because I want to finish everyone I fight. That's my mentality. Whether that's a knockout, whether that's a submission, TKO, it doesn't matter. The plan is to finish him, which that should be his plan too. You know, like, we're getting in there to beat each other up, so he better bring it, because I'm gonna bring it.
So next year you're hoping to fight like four times or so, to, you know, obviously depending on
yeah, we'll say 4. Probably won't go that way. Probably, you know, maybe little bumps and bruises come up, you know, but ideally at least 3. Ideally. You know, want to stay active. I feel like you have to stay active, you know. If you want to get good at fighting, you got to stay active, be in the gym all the time, and that's the goal.
What was your experience working with Elevate? How'd that go for you?
It was great. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm harder to work with than Elevate is, because I think I didn't get my blood work in until like a week before, some crazy stuff like that. Like, the fight was on the verge of getting canceled because, like I said, I procrastinate. That's a horrible habit, but I do it. And even Chris, he was like, man, I was like, what's up with this kid? He wouldn't text me, wouldn't really promote the fight, but he would just hit me up every now and then, like, oh, I need 20 more tickets. Oh, I need 20 more tickets. Oh, I need 20 more tickets. And he was like, man, I appreciate you doing your thing, but I appreciate him doing his thing. That was a great, I feel like, for as young as the promotion is, they're putting on quality, very quality shows, you know, like the production, everything about it. I think it was great experience for me. Yeah. And grateful to be a part.
And so this is the second pro card. There's a lot of people who probably would want to be on this, because the last pro card was the biggest Elevate, people in the building wise, numbers wise, online, you know, content wise, it was the biggest card. So I think for you, and I talked to Chris earlier today, and he had said, man, we got to get Johnny Garcia. I was like, actually, you know, thankfully Johnny Garcia, he's coming today. And so he's pumped. I think he's excited to keep working with you too. But I like that there's an opportunity. There's tons of great promotions, you know, around, and then to have another one in Houston, you know, and another opportunity to go pro,
right,
and stuff as well. So the sky's the limit. I think.
Know, options are always good. You know, you have places to choose from. Actually, I got to work with Josh Altum and Hayden Bryars. I believe they're both on the card. I think it's main event and co-main event, and that was great. Those guys are good.
Yeah.
I mean,
did you go out to Gator, or did you go train at their house, or where?
Yeah, I went over there.
How'd you get hooked up with them?
My girlfriend and Hayden's girlfriend know each other, so we connected through them. And he was like, I think it was right after my fight. He was like, hey man, I saw the knockout. I hope you get some work in. And we're about the same size, you know, same weight. So I was like, yeah, man, I'd love to get working with y'all. And they're really good. I mean, just watching them move, I'm like, these guys are good. And it's motivation, because it's like, that's what you have to work for. Like, I'm not there yet, but that's what I'm working towards, you know?
Right. I feel like fighters on this part, you know, south of Houston, there's not that many gyms, like MMA gyms. On the north side, there's a lot of jiu-jitsu gyms. There's MMA gyms, you know, downtown and up. But it is nice to have fighters from down here that are doing it, and seeing like, man, I gotta drive to the north side every day or something like that. And then even to stick together and like, hey, let's get work and get each other better. That was his main thing. He was like, man, it's hard to find fighters around here. And I was like, I mean, I just started this, so I don't know too much anyway. But yeah, working with them is great. And hopefully we keep it up, build relationships. Can you remind everybody one more time, what do you have coming up, and then what can they expect whenever they watch you fight? What do you bring in? Fight coming up for Elevate FC, November 10th. And when I step in the cage, just expect an entertaining fight. I'm coming to bring it. I want to finish every opponent I get matched up with, and that's what you can expect. Fireworks, to be honest. Is there anything else you'd like to share? Go check out Fitterman Sports.
one of my sponsors. Other than that, I mean, just stay tuned with whatever they got going on. I know they'll have more public events and stuff. It's right here down the street, right here in Houston, Texas, so it'd be great. And that's pretty much it, you know.
Awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out today. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
This is Gardy with Clear Life Media, Clear Life Combat. Y'all be blessed.